My name is and today I'll be showing you a simple tricks and tips on how to be able to paint using coffee as a medium and eventually appreciate the beauty of this traditional painting. But first we need to learn how coffee does, how to activate it, making coffee as part of the art best medium yet. For this session, the materials you're going to need: paper towel that act as platters and as erasers, and if you don't have it available, hand towel or sponge wipe will do, like this one, which I cut it into small pieces already. You're also going to need strong black coffee to paint with. Espresso is better because it's more concentrated, but for this session, we'll be using instant coffee for time saver, and it works fine really, especially for the beginners. You're also going to need some sort of a clear containers. I'm using these 3 clear glass cups here, where I'm going to show you how to mix the 3 shades of coffee, and extra container with clean water on it. You're also going to need these firm and soft brushes. I prefer to use soft brushes, and it's important that the brushes are watercolor brushes so that they hold more water in. Then moving on, it is well known that coffee paint can be painted in any paper surface. I myself love to paint on canvas, and I'll be sharing you a part on how I coffee paint on it. As for the sampling of how to activate coffee, we'll be using watercolor paper. And I'm not gonna tackle or talk about shades, shadows, light sources. Maybe we could discuss that in a separate video tutorial. The main object of this tutorial for our beginner audience is to learn how to activate and reactivate coffee. Now I'm gonna show you how to mix coffee stains or coffee values. You may mix as many as you want, but as for me, I love to play with these 3 shades on my coffee painting. This one is gonna be with thick consistency, as you saw how much coffee and water I put in it. The second shades is less coffee than the first one that I mixed, and a little bit increase of amount of the water. So it's a little bit watery. And our lightest is the one with little coffee but more water in it. Extra container with clean water on it. Moving on, let us test these 3 shades, and I'll be showing you its gradient values as well. I would suggest also to invest in a good watercolor brushes. If you have a good brush and take care of it, your brush will last forever close to it. Now, let me tell you a brief history of coffee painting. Although painting with coffee seems to fit in the modern world, it has been used already centuries ago. It all began when Europeans started to use coffee to keep ants, snails, worms, and other bugs away. They used to draw to their dishwares and other surfaces in their house to keep insects gone. But slowly it turned to be much more to them. What first was just an insect repellent quickly became an idea of revolutionizing art. As Europeans started to get colonized and widely use coffee, people began to look for ways in developing their art. Inspiration came from the ancient times when Chinese artists used tea instead of coffee in giving their painting a touch of sepia. Quickly noticing the effectivity of coffee, people started to accept it as a medium in creating monochromatic looks in the works of arts. Coffee is an ideal introduction to painting for beginners because it has an unexpected ability to break through creative blocks. It is easy to get started and you can quickly be on your way to develop your painting skills and discover your individual style. Painting with coffee is similar to traditional watercolor but much easier. There is also cold coffee paste. Very little water has to mix on it until it forms into a paste. This is for adding more details, and as soon as you mix them, you have to use it. The reason why I got interested with coffee and using it as one of my art medium is the aesthetic properties and how it generates in certain spots leaves a certain effect that I couldn't help but admire them. And with coffee, you can sort of manipulate it. You can still reactivate it after you put it on the canvas or the watercolor paper. As for the drying time or the waiting period, and this is a fact for every artist, that fresh air is an essential material. Without allowing for a pause of drying time, your painting will be one big blur. You must wait until the previous layer is completely dry before adding the next. If you don't wait until it's dry, your color will blend into the previous still wet layer. It will not make it darker. Under layers of details you liked and wanted to keep can be also washed away. Coffee slightly lightens when it dries. So no matter how dark your thickest metro is, you will probably want to appear even darker on the paper. You will need to add more layers until you reach the look you want. Now, as the bottom layer has dried, I can easily manipulate or reactivate the lightness that I want to establish by adding water on it and then dabbing it with my sponge wipe. Or, yeah, I forgot I have a hand towel here. I think this would be, it would be easy for me because I can just, wrap it on my finger and then I can have an easily have a good view and while tapping or erasing the area that I want to reactivate. So my sphere is a little bit dried already, especially in the upper portion, and I feel that it needs more lightness, so I'm going to reactivate it. Okay, I'm going to reactivate the area that I want to lighten it by using the same process. I'm gonna apply a little bit of water in it and then tap. I'm gonna tap it with my hand towel. There you go. I may add water again if I want to until it's satisfied on the degree that I want. There you go. Yeah. Future, I'll be producing videos regarding coffee paintings in advanced category, and I hope our generous and very kind and very understanding host will allow me to share it with you guys. And that's it for now. I hope you like what you've learned and inspire you to make more paintings. I hope you can share it with your friends, your loved ones, your family. Have a good bonding on the coffee shop, your favorite coffee shop. That would be a very a precious moment with your loved ones. Anyway, if you have any comments or suggestions, please drop on the comments below, and I hope you like the next video that I'll be sharing with you. Once again, this is New Lifestyle Karambon, and thank you so much for watching this tutorial video. Bye.